I teach in 8th grade STEM class in Hutchinson, at the Hutchinson Middle School in Hutchinson, Minnesota here. So I think it gives kids a good idea about what STEM careers actually, I mean, what you do with a STEM career. You know, this is a perfect way to say, you know, wow, I really like that, or yeah, no, this isn't really for me. But it just gives them a kind of a quick, not quick, but a snapshot of what STEM careers are and what they do. So I think it was, going forward, definitely something I will use. Again, I'll make adjustments from what I did this year, I know for sure, but definitely something that is very useful in going forward. Going forward in the future, there's so many options kids have. And honestly, a lot of those options maybe aren't going to a 4-year school. A lot of those options are, different trades, different, and there's so many experiences, so many jobs that STEM field incorporates, that just to take that application of, well, this is why you do math, and this is why it kind of gives it a real life feel and a real life experience for them. Exposing kids to those kind of opportunities and those kind of jobs is going to be huge going forward in what we do. I think Learning Blade gives them a quick little snippet in terms of what is out there and the experiences they can have going forward. I started it before the whole, kind of shutdown thing. So, but then actually once the whole, distance learning thing kicked in, it was some kids in my STEM class had already experienced it, so they kind of were able to go right in and fly into it. But other kids, honestly, very easy to use. They hopped right in. It worked out great for distance learning. And I think, who knows what the fall is going to bring, but it would be a definite plus to any school, or a very good curriculum to use for introducing kids to STEM fields. I think it's a very user-friendly, very shows kids a lot of different, expose them to a lot of different things that they normally otherwise wouldn't get. So, and I think, approach the right way, and showing kids kind of how this works and the different things that are involved with it, I think it would be very useful. So they were able to work through it very easily, very, very comfortably. I think having the option where it read it aloud to them was a great feature.
I'm Ann Thier. I teach at Adrian Middle School, and I have been teaching for 8 years. I used it with all of them, my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science students. I think the kids enjoyed it. I did have a few kids that are very into science who just dug in. I mean, this girl asked me, can I go do whatever? I'm like, yep, when you have your homework done, you go. And so I think she did like 10 extra lessons because she just enjoyed doing it, which was great because she's a girl that needed something. So it was really good for her. The kids liked the independence of it. I could assign it and they could go in and do it when they wanted. Some of the questions got a little hard for them, but that was okay too, to challenge them a little bit and get them to ask some questions. We were studying viruses just before the virus hit, so then we were learning the epidemiologist and things, so it really connected well with what they were seeing on TV. The math, I really, really liked them doing the math. The math and the science really went well together. It brought that real life aspect. It applied some things that we were learning into real life, because often they don't see that application of it. And that's something I really need to work on. So I did like that Learning Blade brought in the real world experience for them and let them apply and see some of those jobs that use this information they're learning. The meeting that you had was very beneficial because I had it and I wasn't planning on using it until we sat down and you went through how to use it, so it made sense. Because when I first looked into it, it was very overwhelming. So having that one-to-one where you actually learned how to use it was huge. Otherwise, honestly, I wouldn't have touched it. But once you got going, yeah, it's something that's pretty easy to use once you get going.